Joining us now is member-elect at the House of Representatives, that's Dachung Bagos, that's Bagos actually, Bagos. Thank you for joining us on the program tonight.
Thank you, yeah.
Well, let's get straight right into it. Well, this is your second term in the House of Representatives, and of course, the opposition, which you are a part of, you have the numbers, looking at 183 against the APC's 177. But yesterday, it came out that you're not fielding any candidates for the presiding positions. So the question is, why? Is it that the opposition don't feel you can muster enough to get it done?
Not really. You know, there's quite a difference between having a personal interest, and there's a difference between having a group interest, and at the same time understanding how to key in your personal interest into that group interest. So having someone to come out within the greater majority, which we had, we're part of the screening committee with the window, and many members said, look, we wish we could have, but as it is now, they don't have that which they will really, to tag it, the capacity to be able to contest at this very short time that we have given them. But understanding the numbers of which we have perfectly, looking at our members that you will be able to have someone to contest perfectly. But the dynamics of the timing now is what they complain of. And we could have wished that, look, if each and every member, especially the returning members, I know our rule books again give out that you must be a ranking member from either of the parties that you want to contest for the presiding officers. So understanding the rule books, one. Understanding the dynamics of what the politics of the National Assembly as it stands, and especially with the opposition. We quite agree with them that, look, let's not take a ball that they will come and divide and rule us, instead of taking what we need to understand the dynamics, and they just throw us with the baby, the baby and the bathwater as it may. So we agree with them. Say, look, but now, if you are not going to contest, what is the option? The option B that we all had from our third extraordinary meeting yesterday is that, okay, if APC have failed in candidates, are we going with the APC anointed candidate? The question is, let's look at it. Are we, because we cannot just sit down as the minority party as opposition and work with a so as it is announcement from a party that we are opposing. We must be convinced. There must be dialogue. There must be discussions. So already from the ruling party, because I wouldn't say from they don't have the majority, so I wouldn't say from the ruling party as it is for now. We're determining on when how the court case will come out. So maybe next time I will come back here from the ruling party as well. But that aside, knowing that, look, already within the APC, there are about 6 to 7 candidates that have indicated interest. It will be so unfair of us to decide that because the APC have their own darling candidates and we just dive into it. We don't know what is their agenda. We don't know their ideology of microzoning to individuals. So when we as different the political parties, 7 different ideologies. So what of if our ideology did not tally with the ideology and the agenda at which the APC have been able not just zone but microzone to individuals?
That's amazing, because it sounds so Greek to some political watchers in the country that we're speaking of ideologies for the very first time in a long time, because when we speak of ideologies, many would also want to ask. But quickly, let's go back in there and look at what the opposition would try to do on the day. Are you looking at collaborating with other political parties to get a number that will ultimately decide who the leader should be?
Yeah, absolutely. We're already collaborating. The 7 of us, the only party that is not part of the 7 other parties is the APC. So we are already collaborating. We are already meeting on different and daily basis. So, but like I said, understanding the agenda of each and every candidate is what we need to come into play. And we are already looking at a committee have been put in place by the minority that look, if we have 7 candidates, who can really give Nigerians what Nigerians voted us into power for? And let me tell you, politics is very dynamic. In as much as you hear that the minority are not contesting, whatsoever that has to do with politicking of presiding officers, within 24 hours, politics is very long.
You have a candidate already?
No, we don't have a candidate already officially.
Are you
but
against,
anything can happen on the floor. But officially...
Is your group against the candidacy of the APC?
We won't say that we are against or we are for, but we are not yet with that candidate.
You're not yet with, and when we're speaking about ideology and all, but the issue of zoning always comes up. And the North Central, they're amongst the top 7 in the APC now, looking at the fact that opposition say we're not fielding any candidates. The 7, they have 2, especially from your state of Plateau, speaking of Yusuf Gardi, as well as Idris Wase, both of them are still headstrong about becoming the Speaker of the House of Representatives. And they say it is a time for the North Central. So I ask you directly, do you believe the North Central should produce the next speaker?
Well, if I have to leave my position as a spokesperson of the minority and the PDP caucus, and I want to go on personal interests of politics, absolutely, all of you here, if I ask you, do you want the speaker to come from, well, the Nigerian tradition, say, the speaker is from my clan. Everybody will love that. And when you look at trying to even, looking at zoning of who have presided according to the ethnic and religious diversity of Nigeria, definitely the North Central have been left behind on a lot of, especially in terms of presiding officers of the House of Representatives. So if I want to localize my thoughts as a Nigerian in terms of zoning, definitely I will be very happy to see that the speaker has been produced from the North Central. But if I have to look at myself as the spokesperson of the greater majority and the PDP, I have to make sure that the interest of every member that is part of the greater majority is carried along, not minding whatsoever zone the person comes in, not minding whatsoever tribe the person the person has, but understanding that the interest of the greater majority, having the same ideology, because I still repeat the fact of ideology, because people just look at maybe politics that has gone bypass, that you must either be huge or you must either have money. No, but that is not what we are looking at in the 10th Assembly.
I really do hope that someday we'll have that conversation about ideologies, because it still doesn't come straight to many Nigerians about ideologies. So let's quickly see if we can wrap up on this. How much of good has the politics of our turn done to Nigerians? Because if you said you're dropping the cap of your group, and for instance, if you want to play the local politics, you would want to see by all means that the speaker comes from your side of town.
How much good has the politics of my turn done to Nigeria? Very bad, very bad. I can outrightly say that the politics of my turn, that it is our turn, has done. People not looking at capacity, people not looking at credibility, people not looking at the intellectual IQ of understanding the nature of the job. I've seen where, because of it is our own turn, you have not yet bailed someone, and because it's your own turn, you just carry whosoever you want to carry and put into office, and minding that the office that anybody have to lead, even your own office here, it is not about turn, but it's about leadership. The capacity of someone to be able to lead. The capacity of someone to be able to deliver the deliverables on what that office stands for. So these are issues that the issue of my turn has really done bad to the politics and the leadership of our dear country. And I believe that as leaders, that we are looking at the next generation of leaders that will come into play in this country will be able to assess, review, and x-ray what has happened in the past to see that, look, leaders that will now come forth in this country should be leaders that have the understanding of what the business stands for, not leaders that have the understanding of what its religion stands for, or leaders that have the understanding of what ethnicity or the geopolitical zone
A leader
stands
for all Nigerians is what you're pushing for. And of course, the 10th Assembly, the expectations are high from Nigerians, but we have to wish you all the best and say thank you for joining us tonight on the program. Member-elect of the House of Representatives, Dachung Bagos. Thank you.
Thank you. At least before the next program, you must have understood how to pronounce my name. Or maybe I'll send you to China.